Welcome to Community Bible Chapel Connected. So this week we're going to do things a little bit different since it's Passion Week. Typically on Good Friday we have what we call Encounter of the Cross. And so we have a number of rooms set up in the building, and people come through, or families come through, and they partake of some of the last days of Jesus and some of the things that he had gone through. So we're not going to be able to do that this year because of the virus. So we're going to do kind of a virtual one of those. And I'm going to encourage you then to do some of them at home. So we're not going to do all the rooms. We'll do about 4 of the rooms this week and help walk you through them. So we're going to produce a short video each day that comes from one of the rooms that I'll point to Jesus and his last days and some of the things that he had gone through. And it's going to work a little bit like this. I'm going to walk through some of the active parts of the room, and you can watch those. And then I'm going to encourage you then to go outdoors or indoors or wherever it is that you need to be for that particular part, and collect some of the items and walk through them, some of those things yourself. And so you'll be able to gather those items and do it yourself as you read through the description that will be online for you. It'll all be kind of together in a package deal. There'll be scripture, there's prayer. Oh, and this year too, we added a children's version of each of the rooms. And so there was a little section in the reading then for specifically for the kids to be able to partake of it and understand what's going on. So that's a little bit of how it's going to work, and we'll go from there, okay? So again, welcome back to Community Bible Chapel Connected. We are going to be working through our Encounter of the Cross, and so this is one of the rooms that you would encounter as you were going through. And I'm going to open this with a passage. So this is John chapter 13, verses 3 through 5. It says, Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with a towel that is wrapped around him. So when we think about that, we think about the profound nature of Jesus, who was the King of all things, coming to the earth, pouring water into the pitcher, and washing his disciples' feet. Now, foot washing was something that was done. Typically, you would enter a house and you'd have your sandals on, and you'd take your sandals off, and the lowest servant in the household would come and wash your feet, wash the feet of the guests, so that their feet would clean. They were comfortable then in the house that they were entering into and going to be part of a dinner meal or whatever it was going to be. So when Jesus decided he was going to wash the disciples' feet, he was saying something extremely profound to them. He was saying that I, who am the King, I who am the master of all things, am going to be like a servant, and I'm serving you. And then he told them to go and do likewise. So this is something that we can all do in our houses. Matter of fact, this is a great exercise for us, I think, in Christian humility and discipline and washing one another's feet. And so I'm going to wash my wife's feet here at this point. Not because they're dirty, but because in a place of humility that I want to make sure that she understands that I'm a servant to her and to the Lord. And so washing her feet is something I want to make sure that we do. How's that? Clean?
Sure.
Good. So again, this is something you can do in your own home. You can work through the passages that are on the sheet that are being included in this. And as you do that, take some time. Get a bucket of water and wash one another's feet. It's humbling to be the servant. It's also humbling to have your feet washed. And so, what a great opportunity for us to grow in humility of the Lord together. Have a great day.